welcome back to my channel. This is Pashpika. Welcome to GLOBO, an amazing page channel where we make content for artists and creative entrepreneur. In today's video, guys, we're gonna be talking about the step-by-step things that you need to do to build a successful ZAZZLE shop. So I'm gonna be diving into some of these steps that you can incorporate in your ZAZZLE shop to have a successful ZAZZLE shop, to become a ZAZZLE Pro seller, and also to get them more sales each and every day and all those things. So let's dive in. Before go past, consider clicking the like button, guys. I do really appreciate that. If you want more such video, consider subscribing, hit the bell icon, so whenever we upload new video, you'll be getting notified about it. A lot of the free resources are there. Link is in description box below. You can click on that link and you can download it. Subscribe to our email newsletter. It's 100% free. Right now it's on waitlist. Once we get started with that, we will going to send exclusive content regarding making money online. The link is in description box below. Let's talk about the ZAZZLE. Now, I have made a bunch of the videos. In fact, I have an entire playlist focusing on a ZAZZLE. I'm gonna leave that playlist in the card section above if you haven't checked it so far. In those videos, I talk a lot about, there are so many tutorials on how to get started with ZAZZLE, how to open up a ZAZZLE shop, uploading the different kinds of the things, designs, collections, categories, a lot more is there. But today video, I'm going to be talking about some step-by-step ways in which you can get started with the ZAZZLE shop, to have a successful ZAZZLE shop, and to become a ZAZZLE Pro seller if you are not a one. So let's dive in with it. Now guys, if you don't know, I am launching a new ZAZZLE workbook for you guys to help you step-by-step, each and every step building a successful ZAZZLE shop. It's basically kind of like a planner which will going to help you deep dive into the important steps, into the important things that will really going to help you building a ZAZZLE shop. I'm gonna leave that link of ZAZZLE workbook in the description box below. You can check it out. Now, the fourth step that I'm talking about building a successful ZAZZLE shop is understanding your story, clarifying what you really want, understanding your goals, and be clear with those things. So in that workbook, I have already talked about the fourth section. I have the bunch of the templates in that workbook. That is kind of like a ZAZZLE shop planner, completely focusing on the ZAZZLE, and it's a 50-page workbook going each and everything into so much depth that will really going to help you. So the first step is knowing your why you want to get started with ZAZZLE shop, or in fact, if you are having a one, why you want to make money in that. What's your goal? What's your purpose? Understanding your story, getting a clarification, exploring your interest, your hobbies, what you really want to do, what you like. Now, when usually people are getting started with the ZAZZLE shop, they don't think that much of, they just want to get started with ZAZZLE shop and then they figure out the rest of the stuff. But I would say, if you really want to have a successful ZAZZLE shop, like I have a one now, I done a lot of the mistakes along the road, and I learned from those mistakes, and I amplified and I did applied a lot of the stuffs that are mentioning in my workbook. That's a ZAZZLE workbook. So, and the first step, you need to know why you want to get started with that. That is the most important thing, because it's not an overnight money making scheme. You're not gonna be rich overnight. It will definitely going to take some time to get the sales. So you really need to have a specified goal, have a clarified goal, and knowing your why you want to do it. It will really going to help you motivated, hold you accountable, even when you are not feeling like giving your best, or even when you're feeling like you want to give up because you're not seeing the sales or you're not getting the sales. So you really need to know your why you want to do it, exploring your interests, your ideas, your hobbies, what you want to do, what you like, what you don't like. It will going to help you, hold you accountable when the times are hard. And I tell you guys, it's a business. It's not a lottery. It's not an overnight money making scheme. So definitely going to take some time. So you really need to get something that will hold you accountable to keep on working and putting consistent work to get the sales. So that is the fourth step of knowing your story, understanding, getting clarification, exploring the new ideas, and thereby setting the goals. That is the weekly goals, monthly goals, annual goals, and the long-term goals. You can also have a vision board, like you can have a bunch of the pictures or text or charts which you can paste on your vision board, or you can simply have a digital board where you are just taking the pictures from the internet and placing in that vision board to have a clarification. I want to reach there, and this is the thing look like, and all those things. Second step is motivation, getting started with the shop. Now, before getting started with the shop, you need to know what kind of products you want to target, what is the niches, the ideal client avatar, and all those. So that is the second step, and I have covered a lot more detail in my workbook. about the second step, that is you need to focus on the platform research. You need to do the research, what kind of products you are interested in that, because if you're picking up something which you are not interested in that, then really it would be hard for you to give each and every day or on a consistent basis the time and effort to that particular thing. So you want to find something which you really love doing. There is a lot more on the ZAZZLE. There are so many different niches, ideas, topics which you can target. So first is the platform research. In the second step, the second is the product research. You can do the product research of the different kinds of the shops, or even on the ZAZZLE itself, you can check the best sellers section to do your product research. What are the products that are selling amazingly well on a ZAZZLE? There are so many different products. Paper products, home decor products, wedding products, birthday products, Christmas products, a lot more is there. The third one is finding your niche. What is your niche? What kind of topics you want to target, whether it's an evergreen, whether you want to go with the seasonal or a trending. And I really talk about having a balance between these two. Like you can upload the Christmas based design as well, and you can have an evergreen design as well. So at least finding 3 to 4 or 2 to 3 niche ideas that you can target in your shop. That is the most important thing. Another thing you want to do is the keyword research. That is a juicy part of your shop, and it's related to the ZAZZLE SEO, which I also talk about in my workbook, guys. So ZAZZLE SEO is important for those of you guys who really want to get a hold on ZAZZLE SEO and get the sales organically from the ZAZZLE platform itself, apart from promoting on a social media, because that is a more kind of a passive, not really an active. Of course, it will going to take some time to get the mastery over the ZAZZLE SEO, but you can actually do it, guys. It's possible. I have seen a lot of the sales me getting through directly organically from the ZAZZLE SEO, and those are the best-selling products. They are selling again and again. Like one of my products is the gift tag, and selling again and again, and I'm getting the sales for that. So this is just an example. There are so many products which you can do the research. So the keyword research, then it comes the shop branding. That is a really important thing. That is the third step, the shop branding. Shop branding, a shop banner, shop avatar, a proper tagline. You can also mention your social media links. If you have a website, you can mention that as well. A designer profile needs to be properly customized. You need to have a proper profile picture of your own in the design section, because you want to mention who is the designer behind the shop. Also need to have a proper bio. So branding is really, really important, and I have dedicated an entire section on branding in my workbook. I'm going to leave the link of the workbook in the description box below. You can check it out and you can get it right now. So ZAZZLE shop, and then comes the shop customization, looking into different sections. Then a shop opening. If you haven't opened a shop, it will also going to guide you the shop opening, the shop launching, shop management. That's a really important. The collections and categories, a separate page is focusing on collections and categories, because these two really matters a lot. When someone is landing on your shop and they're going to see thousands of designs are there, but you don't have a collections and categories, it would be really hard for your target customer get the right kind of product from your shop if all the products or designs are just dumbed on like that only. So that's why the collections and categories are really important. These two are quite separate from each other. I have also talked about that in the workbook as well. Another thing, guys, is your ideal client avatar, which I left it, but it's really important. You don't need to know the ideal client avatar, what it looks like, what their interests and hobbies, what their likes, what their dislikes, what their age, gender, demographic, if it's related to the business, what kind of business related people you want to target, whether it's a female, it's a male, it's a startup living in the United States, what the age group are, what they likes, what their pain points, and complete making an avatar about the client. Your ideal client is a business female living in the United States. Okay, now we will going to go detail into that. That's a business female having an age group around 25 to 30 years of age. She started her business and she lives in United States. Her likes is that she want kind of like a female branding stuffs, because her brand is more focusing on a female. That's really important because there are so many different business niches. If it's a female branded, then you really need to focus on the brand colors, brand emotions, and brand vibes which you want from your shop for that particular ideal client avatar. Because if that is the female business women is looking for kind of like a female oriented products, then that would be, you need to focus on the colors. That's a light pink, kind of like a pink shades. You also need to focus on the fonts, right kind of fonts, using the female oriented fonts. That is the decorative or handwritten fonts. You not need to use over here the serif fonts. You really need to go into the sans serif fonts and have a descriptive style, the female styles kind of products, and focusing on the products which they are really interested in, and not going for the flask. You really need to go for the products that are female oriented. For example, if you're uploading a t-shirt, there would be a women t-shirts, women spread shirts, and jackets and hoodies and all those kind of stuff. So this is just one example of ideal client avatar. Of course, you can go into depth and you could pick up any kind of category. You could pick up a profession, a hobby, or interest around your ideal client avatar and can target according to it. You could also go with the wedding niches if you are focusing on a wedding. Get a complete shop around that wedding ceremony, ranging from the wedding invitations to bridesmaid gift, to the groomsmen gift, to the parents of the groom, to the mother of the bride. There is so much more you could do in the wedding section, guys. This is just a little bit intro. There is a lot more in that. So this is the ideal client avatar I have already covered in depth in my workbook. The next step is focusing on the money mindset, which is really important. You need to have a right kind of money mindset. I'm focusing on 2 entire pages on the money mindset. Because if your mindset is that you're getting started with the ZAZZLE shop and you're telling yourself constantly, oh, it's not possible, I'm not gonna make money on that, it's just not possible, the print on demand is dead, or something like that. If you have that kind of mentality, if you have that kind of a negative self-talk that is constantly telling you that it's not possible, then definitely you're not gonna make money from your shop. So you really need to check on what you're telling to yourself constantly 24/7 every time you look at your shop, or when you're sitting on your bed, what you're telling to yourself about your business to yourself. That's really important. Your self-talk is really important. And what is your relationship with the money? Because if you are someone like me, I was having a bad relationship with money. I was thinking that the people who are rich is a bad people because of the money. But then I noticed that it's not because of the money. There are so many people who are rich in this world who's a billionaire, but they are so humble people. They are ground to the earth. So that means money is not making people devil. It's the people's attitude, it's the people issues that making them a devil. I'm just saying it as a devil, but I don't really mean that way. So you really need to look into what's your relationship with your money. Are you confident? Do you love money? Because money is a kind of like a token, it's kind of like a currency, an exchange in which you are providing value to the people, and in exchange of that you are making the money. And money can help you get all the resources in this world, whatever kind of dream life you want to have, whether you want to travel, whether you want to marry in some beautiful location, a beautiful honeymoon, going to help you. So you really need to look into what kind of relationship you have with your money. Now, I was in that route for a very long time. I was having a bad relationship with the money because I was relating to the people's attitude with the money, that this person is rich. So that's why they have the bad attitude and they are not ground to the earth. They are bad to the people, rude to the people. But I was really wrong. Then I realized it's not because of the money. It's because of the people attitude. They are bad to the people. So money doesn't make any people bad. It's the people who think that the money is bad. So you really need to look into your relationship with the money. It's so important, guys. I'm going to tell you, mindset, what you're telling to yourself, your own story with the money, your relationship with the money is really important. Because if you are working way more harder than you are thinking about working on your business and you're not getting the results, then you really need to look into your self-talk, your limiting beliefs. What are the beliefs that you have about your own business, about the money and all those kind of stuff? You really need to look into that. Because if your limiting beliefs, if your self-talk is really negative, it will going to destroy your successful ZAZZLE shop. It will not going to help you build a successful ZAZZLE shop. So that is really important, which I've covered a lot in the workbook. The another step, which is kind of not a really last step, but the second last step, is the promotion. A promotion overview. I'm focusing completely on a promotion cover, promotion overview, having a social media plan, which of the platforms you want to target. I'm focusing on a Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, email marketing. I'm focusing a lot more on these platforms, having a proper mindset, and how you need to burn out yourself in the process of uploading each and every week on these platforms, because I've been in that stage, guys. I love the YouTube, I love the Pinterest, but I really get burned out in the Instagram because recently the Instagram changing algorithm sucks me a lot. That's true. which I find really hard to grow, and I find like I want to go with the trends, and sometimes I'm not really into the trends. So you really need to have a proper plan, and I would highly recommend you to focus on 1 or 2 platforms only. That's all. You don't need to be everywhere. You don't need to be on the Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, LinkedIn, Pinterest, YouTube. No, this will going to complicate the situation. If you're a solopreneur, you really need to have at least 1 or 2 platforms. That's all. I would highly focus search based platform like the Pinterest and the YouTube. It will going to last forever. The platform is lasting, and it will also going to help you rank on the Google. Ranking on the Google is so important for your shop, for your products, to get the more sales. So an entire system is focusing on promotion, and also I'm focusing on the email marketing, because if you're focusing solely so much on the social media, all these are rented platform. They're gonna go one day and you're gonna lose a lot of your followers, your customers on the platform. So you really need to have a platform where you can hold your own customers and where you have full control. That's where the email marketing comes. You need to collect the people's email in exchange of some lead magnet, exchange of some freebies, which you really need to look into. What kind of ideal client? Here the ideal client comes into the place, like you know that this kind of person is want this kind of freebie, and you're creating according to it. You're providing the value in exchange of the emails, and then sending the people emails, tracking the emails, growing your email list. There is a lot more in the email marketing. So I'm focusing on so many pages on the email marketing in my workbook. Another thing I want to focus over here, that is the almost a last part of the shop, is the shop management, shop overview, analysis and report, doing a proper analysis and report. Also looking into your shop each and every week or each and every month, and looking what things are getting you the most sales, whether it's customized or not, what you could do differently. One thing I also want to talk to you guys over here about your banner image. If you're a new shop and you're not getting that much of the sales, then you don't know which of the products is getting you the more sales. But if you are kind of like a little bit more getting the more sales and getting all those kind of stuff, you can feature your best selling products or the product that are getting you more sell in your banner image, and that will really going to help your customer. Well, they're gonna land your shop, they're gonna see this shop is famous for this, and I'm gonna purchase this from you. So this is also important regarding your banner image. It comes in the shop branding, which I haven't covered, but it's there in the workbook, guys. I'm gonna leave the complete workbook in the description box below. You can check it out. It will really going to help you. So you're getting the 2 separate pages for the notes. You can write the notes if you have anything you want to write, and you can plan your complete ZAZZLE shop in the ZAZZLE workbook planner. The link is in the description box below. These are the some steps that help me to get a successful ZAZZLE shop. And in fact, after becoming a pro seller on the ZAZZLE, I help my friends as well to become a pro seller. One of my friend is also becoming a pro seller soon. Like he will going to become a pro seller in this December itself. So this workbook is helping not just me as well, but also helping my friends. So that's why I made this workbook for you guys, to help you and to build a successful ZAZZLE shop. And you can download the workbook, in the link is in the description box below. And also guys, I'm gonna keep on updating this ZAZZLE workbook with the time when the new stuffs come into the ZAZZLE platform, the latest products and all those kind of stuff. I'm gonna keep on updating the ZAZZLE workbook with over time, looking at the platform, how it's changing, and what my strategies are changing, and what are the new things that you could do differently. So hopefully you're gonna find this ZAZZLE workbook helpful and enjoyable. Let me know what you think about it. But that's it for today's video, guys. Hopefully you find today's video useful and enjoyable. If you want a ZAZZLE workbook, that's completely fine, and I'm okay with that. But you get our steps that you can focus on building a successful ZAZZLE shop in this video. So hopefully this video you find it useful. Let me know your views and thoughts in the comment section below, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into today's video, guys. See you for the next time. Take care. Bye, guys.